which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. The first order of business is our annual Board of Reorganization. I will entertain a motion to elect a chair.
I'll make a motion to appoint Brett Sanderson chair of the Select Board.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Is there any discussion? Hearing none, the motion stands. Welcome, Brett.
Thank you.
I will turn the meeting over to you now.
Next order will be elect vice chair of the board. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to nominate Justin Hijack as vice chair of the select board.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Elect clerk of the board.
Make a motion to appoint Noah Schmidt clerk of the board.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Appoint union negotiation team.
I believe I served on that last year with you, Chair, and I would entertain doing that again.
Okay.
We need 2 members, is that correct?
Two. Yep.
Are you going to do it again, Brett?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
I make a motion to appoint Brett and Justin Hijack to the negotiating team. Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Appoint Ludlow Enterprise Fund Committee members.
I think we're going to table that one.
Oh, right, we're gonna table that for now.
Sorry.
Set daytime, regular meeting, and alternate meeting. First Monday of every month and third Monday at 6 o'clock.
Make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Appoint recording secretary.
Make a motion to appoint Leisha.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed?
Thank you.
Guys have it. Designate newspaper of record, Vermont Journal as the main and Rutland Herald as second.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Adopt rules of procedure.
Make a motion to adopt the VLCT rules of procedure.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Number 3, consider if any changes, additions, removals to the agenda.
I have a couple.
Go ahead. Okay.
Number 12, or excuse me. It's been a long day. Number 15. We're going to strike provide leader's intent for and information, replace with information regarding municipal plan revision. That's number 15.
Thank you.
That was it.
That's it.
Okay, approve minutes of previous meeting, February 26th, merger hearing, and March 2nd, town public information meeting.
I make a motion to approve both sets as presented.
Second.
Second. Any discussion on that?
I have discussion.
Go ahead, Peg.
There was a point of information that our moderator, Newt Rose, brought forward, and he did send that to Leisha. I think Leisha has that, and it was to acknowledge the 2 state senators that came here and to ensure that it was recognized that the moderator asked the audience if anyone objected to having the state senators speak. And then hearing no objection, he then suspended the meeting and allowed them to speak, and then jumped back into town meeting.
It will be in the copy that goes to the full board.
Great.
I didn't have it with me tonight because I already changed it and sent it to Ula.
Copy that.
With those changes already made, I would consider
Thank you.
the amendment still valid, or the motion still valid, sorry.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Comments from citizens? Being none, move on. Appoint non-elected town officials.
Okay, in your packets, you have, I think you have your packet of,
Yes, we do.
I don't know how you've done this in the past in terms of all of the one-year term positions that have been available.
We normally do it by each
One?
line, yeah.
Okay.
A one-year term, Black River Valley Senior Center representative.
Make a motion to appoint Gene Strong of 7 Parker Avenue.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Board of Listers, 2 positions.
Make a motion to appoint Doug Sheehan to Board of Listers.
Second.
Any others?
I don't believe we have any other
Okay.
candidates.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Council of Aging Senior Solutions Advisory Board representative.
I would like to make a motion to appoint Gene Strong for the Council on Aging Senior Solutions Advisory Board.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Emergency Management Director.
I'd like to appoint Ms. Penny Wu as the Emergency Management Director.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Guys opposed? Guys have it. Emergency Management Assistant.
Are there 2 assistants?
I'd like to ask if the board would appoint 2 assistants.
I think with the amount of emergency management that actually needs to go on in this town, 2 is a great number to have. With that being said, I'd like to appoint Ron Bixby and Brett Sanderson as emergency management assistants.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Guys opposed? Guys have it. Fence Viewer, 3 positions.
I'd like to appoint Bruce Schmidt and Dave Rose as fence viewers.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Guys opposed? Guys have it. First Constable.
We did not get anything in
Did not
writing
get-
from former Chief Billings. However, we did have a conversation with him. Ula had a conversation with him when I was out of the office, and he would like to be considered as constable.
I would love to make that recommendation, and hopefully he'll accept that position. I would make a motion to appoint Jeff Billings, first constable.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Guys opposed? Guys have it. Mount Scottney Regional Planning Commission representative.
We have a request from Aaron Ladd, and I will pass this out to you all. And I would recommend that we, to the board, let me take one of those.
Take one of these and pass. Okay.
I'd recommend to the board
Thank you.
that you all appoint Aaron Ladd as the primary and Terry Carter as the alternate to Mark.
I'll make the motion to appoint Aaron Ladd as the Mount Scottney Regional Planning Commission representative.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Mount Scottney Regional Planning Commission alternate.
Make a motion to appoint Terry Carter as Mount Scottney Regional Planning Commission alternate.
Second?
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Townkeeper?
Is that Mr. Laskovich?
Yes, I had a conversation with him. He's very interested in serving as the, it's not as the pound keeper. Oh, it is the pound keeper, okay. Animal control.
I'll make a
Ancient
motion to
terms.
appoint Stephen Laskovich as pound keeper.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Recreation Committee, 4 positions.
I'd like to make a suggestion. It started out as a 5 committee. Last year, there was a mistake made, and we ended up with 6. I'd like to move it to 7. It's just an advisory committee. There is no money involved. We're not losing anything. I'd like to make it a 6 or 7-member committee.
Got enough interest for it, more power to you.
Yeah, I think that's great.
There's plenty of interest, and
Okay.
Yep. I think that's a great idea, Mr. Bates. Ms. Wu, is that the, if that's the consensus of the board, we would do a recreation committee, 4 positions would go to 5 positions for appointments?
We currently have,
We got one.
And there's a 3-year term.
Yeah,
I
there
would-
is
I would
one
keep-
3-year
I
term.
would keep the current board with minus one member, that Zoe Trimboli hasn't shown up since she got married last year. So she hasn't been to meetings for well over half a year. I would tell you that to keep Patrick Gray, Marissa Selleck as the chair, Frank Province, and Scott Bates, because they're already sitting on the board.
And appoint 3 more.
I would also, Marissa Foote, who has shown up for quite a few meetings, and I also see that the only other one here that applied for it, I believe, is Howard Paul. Did Christo McGinnis here tonight?
It's a motion of the board.
Because she's not here, I would, that would be my slate to have as the rec committee.
1, 2, 3. That's 6, I must be missing something.
So you got
because,
Joe Gerdak that's
Joe
still,
Burdak's already on it.
is still staying.
Were any of these letters for a specific 1-year or 3-year term?
Mr. Bates's was.
And Mr. Bates, do you currently have the 3-year term?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to go through these appointments individually, or should we have discussion and do it all at once? Okay.
Ready for a motion?
Yeah, we can discuss after, sure.
Make a motion to appoint Marissa Foote, Howard Paul Jr., Patrick Gray, Melissa Selleck, and Frank Province to a 1-year recreation committee term.
Second?
Any discussion? Any discussion?
George?
Being no discussion, all those in favor
hold on.
signify by saying aye.
excuse me, Chair,
Oh,
Mr. Chair, do you want to stagger some of the appointments? Or do you want them, the new seats to all still be 1 year? What do you think, Scott?
Who else is the other, is there another 3-year?
Joe?
It is Joe, so it's just Joe and I.
Yeah.
So no, that's fine.
Keep
1
it
year.
all?
Yep.
Okay.
May, well, Mr. Paul, you're here tonight. May I ask you a question? If you come back into Ludlow, I know you worked at the Recreation Department for many years, so you can probably bring a bit of expertise into the board. Would you care to elaborate as to what that might be?
I was the recreation director for 21 years. I feel I could offer a lot of information, a lot of help and guidance to our current recreation director. I think he's got great potential. I do participate in some of the programs that go on, and I love being active in them, and I think this town needs a strong recreation department, and the more people that are involved, the better it's going to be.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'd like to make one more point, just that we are just an advisory committee. We have no authorization over Nick Milley. We just advise. So as long as everybody's okay with that.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Southern Windsor County Transportation Advisory Representative.
Make a motion to appoint Sharon Bixby to the Southern Windsor County Transportation Advisory Representative.
Second.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Southern Windsor County Transportation Advisory Alternate.
That historically would go to the town manager, if I'm not mistaken. Ms. Wu, would you like to be the alternative?
Of course.
Thank you. I would like to make a motion to appoint Ms. Wu.
Second.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Southern Windsor Wyndham County Solid Waste Management Director Representative.
Make a motion to appoint Patty Potter to the Southern Windsor Wyndham County Solid Waste Management District Representative.
Second.
Second.
Great.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Southern Windsor Wyndham County Solid Waste Management Director Alternate.
Historically, this has gone to the town manager.
That's fine.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Ms. Penny Wu as the Southern Windsor Wyndham County Solid Waste Management District Alternative.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Surveyor of Wood and Lumber.
I'd like to recommend the appointment of Mr. Bruce Schmidt for the Surveyor of Wood and Lumber.
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Tree Warden.
I nominate Phil Carter, and just as a side note, the rules have changed. It is a lifetime appointment. No, at this stage, until we decide to change it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. A bunch of rules
Oh,
changed
that was a
during
little bit
COVID,
hyperbolic.
so- Oh, no.
Okay. You can't leave.
I will second that if that has.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Tree Warden Deputy.
Is this a lifetime?
Is this, yes.
I don't know this. I'm just going off what Phil told me.
It is not in the Vermont state statutes that it's a lifetime appointment, so it needs to be appointed.
Okay.
I would like to appoint the Deputy Tree Warden as yours truly, George Tucker Jr.
Sure.
All right.
Have a second.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Guys have it. Tree Advisory Committee, 7 positions.
I make a motion that we keep the existing board, which includes Phil Carter, Charlotte Galley, myself, Jeanette Ricardo, Gene Strong, Andrea Whitman, and Pat Arabach.
Could you
My
please
back-
repeat those? Ricardo was,
So Phil Carter, Charlotte Galley, George Tucker, Jeanette Ricardo, Gene Strong, Andrea Whitman, and Pat Archibald. I believe is how it's pronounced, but
Archibald.
yeah.
Set. Yeah. I'd second that.
Second that. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Trustees of Public Funds.
I would make a motion to appoint Doug Sheehan.
Second.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Ware of Coal.
I'd make a motion, we appoint Lauren Greenslip.
Second?
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Three-year term positions, Development Review Board, 2 positions.
Make a motion to appoint Julie Nicole and George Tucker Jr. as, to the Development Review Board.
Second.
Seconded it.
Justin, I think.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. What is the recreation?
We did that
3 year.
one.
No, we did
Oh.
not
Oh,
do
we did
Mr.
do the
Bates.
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Recreation Committee,
I will make a motion to appoint Mr. Bates for the 3-year term.
Second.
second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 We forgot.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Town Health Officer,
I will continue that, that role.
Thank you.
I make a motion to appoint Noah Schmidt.
we have a second.
Second.
Second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Town Health Officer Deputy,
I will make a motion to appoint our Fire Chief Ben Whalen as Deputy Health Officer.
Second.
Second.
Okay with that, Mr. Whalen?
okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed?
Thank you.
Guys have it. 4-year term position, Planning Commission, 2 positions.
I think it's 3.
Here's third, go ahead.
Yeah. We need to fill Ryan Silvestri's seat from, he resigned,
3.
so 3.
We're appointing 3 tonight instead of 2.
So one would be the remaining of the term, which would end in 2028.
So you gotta do those separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to do 1.
And you have 1,
4-year term.
you have 5 people that are interested.
Yeah. Do you have a recommendation?
And I have my name in this, so I will recuse myself from this.
How come I don't have a letter? No.
Noah did submit a letter, and I do have that here. I'm sorry.
We have 1.
Those are
2, 3. I see 4 letters. Noah would make 5, is that correct?
We also have Judy Pullinen's right here.
Take one pass.
I don't have Judy's either.
Noah's is downstairs on the printer. I apologize.
Noah's here, he knows he wants to do it.
He did submit it.
And Miss Pullen's letters here, all right.
Could we have the names of the letters of interest, please?
The letters of interest, for the record, are David Van Gilder, Judith Pullinen, Gene Strong, Matthew Bellatoni, Edmund DeTavio.
Can we do them separate? I have no interest in not putting Gene and Judy back on the board. They've been on the board. So the only other position that I would consider looking at is the empty position.
Miss Wu, there's 2 positions for the 4-year term, and what was the other position for? Mr. Silvestri's seat? To fill out his term of,
2028.
oh, okay. Okay, so do you want to do the 2028 appointment separately than the 2 positions?
Yes.
That's the cleanest way to do it, I think. Okay. And who do we have?
I'm making a motion that Judy Ponin and Gene Strong retain their positions on the board.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just filling
The one-year seat.
the 1-year seat.
I'll second that.
Okay,
Um,
well, let's vote on that then.
Question for the Miss Wu. Who is on the board currently that's not up for reappointment? Mr. Stryhouse.
Yep, Teddy Stryhouse, Terry Carter, Judy Pullinan, Gene Strong.
But Jean and Judy are
Jean
up for
and Judy are
reappointment.
Up for appointment.
Up for appointment.
So only Mr. Stryhouse and Ms. Carter are not up for reappointment.
Correct.
Okay.
So we have a motion and a second.
Excuse me, you have a question on the floor.
Good afternoon, Alan Couch from 21 Meadow Street. I beg to differ with Mr. Bates in that incumbency doesn't necessarily imply expertise or extra knowledge or whatever. I think everyone who entered or submitted a letter should be considered regardless of previous experience on our planning commission, and perhaps some may have knowledge from working with other commissions that may be relevant to our specific goals, our town, and for another year or so, village goals with regard to planning and development in the future. So I would ask that the board consider each applicant separately for the 3 open positions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Couch. If I may, Ed, you're in Cavendish, but you're from here, and I noticed that you're on the Cavendish Planning Commission. And I apologize, I didn't even know Cavendish had a zoning or planning department. Great. Would you mind just telling us briefly as to why you'd like to join the board?
Yeah, so I moved back 3 years ago. Me and my wife, we got 2 kids. We came back into town. I was in Carolina and Florida, and I was in development and construction in both areas. And then when we came back, we were, one of the big things was trying to come back and raise my family here. One of the hurdles we found was, housing and affordability in Ludlow. And so the next best thing was for us to purchase in Cavendish. So we were able to meet our needs and find the housing we wanted there. So that was one of the first things I thought. I said, geez, from where I grew up, working families and everybody in the community, it's getting tougher and tougher in town to find affordable housing, to find, a community driven by the working family and people that live here. And it got me thinking over the last couple of years. I said, I think, this is the time. We got the village and town merger. I think the town plan's coming up here. This, just like Cavendish, we're redoing the town plan there, and I think that's something we need to consider in the future, is how to attract more people, working families, people to come here and help build this community, because as we all know, it's getting older, and more of it is just second homes, and we need to have a vibrant, working, year-round community here, and I think that really has to come from the select board, planning commission. We have to develop this plan and act on it and make sure that we are viable and an attractive place for families in the future. So
I appreciate that.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't.
Anybody else? Okay.
Can you give Matt an opportunity to?
Yeah.
Yes, is Mr. Bellantoni here as well?
I'm Matt Bellantoni. I live in Ludlow. Been here for quite some time, and my wife and daughter have a business in town. I work in Ludlow with a real estate office, and as Ed had mentioned, it's important that we have some insight and good judgment on planning going forward with a balanced concept for the town of Ludlow. And I just want to be involved. I'm interested in getting involved in it.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Thank you. Eric Alden, Trailside Road. What a great opportunity you have in front of you tonight. You don't always have, a well full of candidates to choose from. Often you're reappointing folks because they're the only folks that have stepped up. So I'd ask that you think about the vision for the town, the discussion that we've had about moving forward in certain areas, attacking things that move the needle for the town. Running the town and a business, the worst thing you could say or do is, well, that's the way we've always done it. You have a great opportunity tonight to put in motion, the ideas that are coming from, the new planning director. So I'd ask that you not do business as usual and appoint folks that have been on the board just because they've been on the board. I'd ask that you consider, what is really going to make the board work best for the town. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Alden.
I'll just add that on the heels of what Mr. Alden just added, you kind of took a chance on me, not living here for 25 years. I think that we do have a good opportunity to add a different way to look at Ludlow, the downtown area, the surrounding outside of downtown in a different way, maybe. And I think we have a really good opportunity to do that here tonight. I would ask that you take a really hard look at the resumes that are in this packet and think a little bit about outside the box and taking a chance on a couple of other folks. I do like the fact that Noah Schmidt has, from what I've been able to tell, attend meetings even before he became a selectman. He was attending the planning commission meetings because he was interested. He has a business in town. He just said he was going to step away from this conversation, but I think that's part of that looking beyond the box. And then we have a couple of other gentlemen that just spoke that also kind of share that same vision, I think. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wu.
Brett, Terry has something she'd like to say.
Hi, I just want to speak for Judy Pullening because she couldn't be here tonight because her husband got a new knee this morning. She has been a valuable member on the board. She brings to it experience as a teacher, a principal, a superintendent, has been in leadership roles for like the last 10 years of her career before she retired. So I want to put in a plug for Judy. I don't think she's missed hardly any meetings. She brings a wealth of information about education, educational funding, and I just want to make a plug for her because she can't be here tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. Preference of the board. Motion on the floor. We have no other discussion. Those in favor signify by saying aye to leave the two on.
Aye.
Guys opposed?
No.
No.
Okay. No seem to have it.
Did you vote, Brett?
Aye.
Did you vote? You did? Aye? Did you vote?
No.
Two abstains.
I make a motion to appoint Matthew Bellatoni and Ed DeTavio to the 2 4-year positions.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Open for discussion.
I think getting a hybrid of it is going to be beneficial for our year change. I appreciate what everybody has said here tonight, and I think a lot of great points were made. I would be in favor of probably putting on one new, keeping one incumbent, and then putting Noah on the 2028. That's my feeling.
I thought there was a determination when we did this and pulling a guy from out of town. You've already got one person from out of town on the board.
Has to be a majority town voters, so at least 3.
Yeah, and normally I wouldn't consider too many out-of-town folks to serve on such an important board. But I happen to know Mr. Tavio grew up here right on Pleasant Street, has a business here, and would have the best interests of this town at heart, I do believe. So.
A motion and a second. Any other discussion?
The motion was, for this one would be one new, one incumbent, and Noah to fill the third?
The motion that Mr. Tucker made was for Mr. Bellantoni and Mr. DeTavio, is that correct?
Yep, that's correct.
To fill the...
You seconded it, Judge?
I did second it, yes.
So, do you have a recommendation to change based off your comments?
I would have... You want, yeah, maybe amend the motion?
That's the way you're leaning towards that way, so I'm asking what your recommendation is, since you seconded it.
Yeah, I would probably amend it to put one interest and one incumbent in there. It seems like Ms. Carter spoke on behalf of Ms. Pullinan. So I would say my amended motion would be to recommend Ms. Pullinan and Mr. DeTavio for the 2 positions.
I will amend my motion to appoint Judy Pullinan and Ed DeTavio to the 4-year positions.
Second.
Second. Any other discussion? Being no other discussion, those all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Ayes have it. 5-year term position.
So we got the remaining.
Oh, wait a minute, okay.
Remainder of 2028.
Yep.
And I'll make a motion to appoint Noah Schmidt to the remainder of the 2028 position.
Second. Or second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you, everybody who signed up and put in letters.
That does it for that. Approve vacant elected positions.
Are there any vacant positions that we're unaware of, Ms. Wu?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Okay. Department head reports, you guys have them?
Yes, in February and March, both of them,
Yeah.
correct?
Here's a late entry here.
Take one pass.
Right, please.
I love these department head reports. I try to read them as soon as we get the packets. And a lot of the time, I have to digest a lot of data. And I don't know if it's possible. I appreciate all the data, but I don't know if I can necessarily digest it without some narrative. So it's just a word of advice for me to try to understand what exactly is going on. Maybe a narrative, a paragraph or something would be beneficial to back up the numbers.
To that point, I've talked with some of the department heads. I would love to start having some of the department heads attend and maybe highlight some of the things that they have going on, speaking to their monthly report. Now that we have several of our annual meetings and the merger behind us, not completely behind us, but I think you know what I mean. So I've talked with some of the department heads that are here tonight, and I think we could start doing that to help kind of increase that flow of communication and highlight some of the things that are happening in the town and village.
That would be very helpful for me personally. The next thing is On the grant reporting period, obviously I understand that it's a yearly, year and a half report. The applied for following grants, item 5 is FY27 congressionally directed spending, which was just submitted on March 30th of 2026 for $19 million. That's great. Where I'm going with this inquiry is, are we well equipped to handle the caliber and the volume of grants in the office?
You know what, if we can push this merger through, across the finish line, as we've told the voters, we will realize efficiencies with many of the skill sets that we do have in the municipal office. If this is a highly competitive grant, it is through Senator Sanders' office. If we are awarded this grant, more than likely we will have to hire a contractor to help us facilitate this particular grant, because we are looking at what's called capital stacking for the wastewater treatment facility. So this, in addition to FEMA's payout for the flood damage to the wastewater treatment facility, will warrant someone to come in with that skill set.
That's great. Great news and great job.
So yes, to answer your question, we will have to probably look at some type of consultant that is very familiar with 4 or 5 different types of federal funding to that magnitude of 19 million. Okay?
I mean, all these numbers are, it's absolutely unbelievable. I applaud that department.
Anything else on department head reports?
I guess while we're on that, I don't know if, as we start doing town plan, Aaron's working on better connections to, it may be worth chatting with Cherry and bringing her into what are we missing on, some of these applications we're having, we need some of these goals, objectives, these things outlined that would be beneficial to her as she's applying for a lot of this funds.
Great point. We can do that.
Good. Anybody else? Moving on, review and possibly approve request of licenses.
What you have in your packet are 60 renewal requests. Chief Warfel has signed off on all of them. They are renewals, and they are in good standing. I recommend that you authorize them or continue to allow them.
May I ask you a question, Ms. Wu? I don't see Main and Mountain in here. So I normally recuse myself from these, but I don't actually see that I'm in here.
I don't have them either.
I didn't see it. I went to the hall.
Which is funny, because I know that the town has it, because I contacted the state the other day.
Homestyle Hostel.
Is it Homestyle Hostel or Hotel?
Hotel.
Ah, so Homestyle, see, even I'm getting confused. I am going to recuse myself. I would like to recuse myself from this.
And the number is 60.
That's what I was told.
Okay. I make a motion that we renew the 60 applicants for their licenses.
Second.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it.
Thank you.
Number 10, review and possibly approve Divided Sky Fun Run.
Take one, pass.
Oh, that's it.
You're getting a handout. This is the Divided Sky 5th annual run and walk event. Chief Warfel has given his verbal approval of this route and helping Divided Sky with traffic control. It is the same route, however, they may have just changed direction. May 16th, Saturday, like I said, 5th annual, all proceeds support recovery from addiction. They do have a banner that they've submitted. They would like to hang that banner for an additional 10 days to bring it to a 20-day. Typically, they're in 10-day periods. Hopefully that is okay. And they have provided, or are providing, their proof of insurance as well for this event.
I'd like to make a motion for them to fly their flag for 20 days, if that's in my jurisdiction. But I'd also like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Being no discussion, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Review and sign certification of compliance town road bridge standards highway.
This is your annual approval that this board signs off on. It goes to the state, and it certifies a number of miles that we have here in Ludlow, and then the state of Vermont, V-Trans, essentially reimburses us cost for that maintenance to the tune of $115,325.51.
And these numbers look the exact same from last year. I don't assume any additions.
That is correct.
I'd make a motion to approve.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Yes. Number 12 is to review and approve funding for the EMS temporary housing, ambulance and fire. I think this was just kind of a clarification of where the money's coming from. Go ahead, Penny.
Thank you. This was approved by the board February 9th in your meeting. We need to clarify that the motion is using the 1% fund to pay for the temporary emergency services housing.
I will make a motion that we approve the funding for the EMS temporary housing using the 1% monies to cover that expenditure.
Second.
Would that suffice?
1%, yes.
Do I have a second?
Mr. Bates did.
Oh, any discussion?
Second.
Yeah, I was asked if any discussion. Being no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed? Guys have it. Review and award Dorsey Park fence bid.
This is in your packet. We only received one bid from Springfield Paving, Springfield Fence. We had two tasks in here, split up as two different projects. Repair the fence and the backdrop at Dorsey Park, or replace the fence and repair the backdrop. My recommendation is to go with the one bidder and replace the fence and repair the backdrop, it's backstop, sorry, at Dorsey Park on the softball field for $8,175.
What did we budget?
We are using
ARPA.
And we're using ARPA funds for that, and those funds have to be used this calendar year.
And we have enough in there.
We have plenty in that.
The only bid. And when is it projected to be done?
It'll be done this summer. It'll be done, where are we? It'll be done before June, before softball.
I would make a motion to approve the replace repair bid for $8,175.
Second.
Any other discussion? Being no other discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. Review and award Better Connection grant bid, planning and zoning.
This one we received, you've heard us speak of the Better Connections grant. We had 11 consultants submit bids, highly competitive. We had a selection committee that Aaron Ladd led. The selection committee was made up of Aaron, myself, Jerry Nicole, and Otis Monroe from Mark. The selection committee was given homework to rank separately each consultant based on qualifications, similar projects, scope of work, methodology, public engagement, scheduling, quality, clarity of their proposal, and the consultant costs and fee schedule. And it is based on that work, it is our recommendation to choose the SE group for the Better Connections grant.
SE Group.
I make a motion that we approve the SE group for $74,945.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes. And the only discussion that I have is, we had 11. You guys did your meeting, and you came out with SE Group. Was there one X factor that caused you to go with that out of the 11 applicants? Because they're all roughly the same price, except for Happy City Studios is quite cheaper.
Yes. The SE group clearly had experience in mountain resort towns, ski towns such as Breckenridge, Lake Placid. So they had a broad range of experience in terms of the work that we are seeking from them. Traffic congestion, pedestrian access, economic development, beautification. They're proven in terms of work that stood out to me in terms of those resort and recreation towns in Colorado and all throughout the Northeast. You know, Erin Ladd is here. She can add anything that I've missed in terms of SE Group.
And did they do Chester?
They did
SE
do Chester.
Group did Chester?
Yep.
Erin Ladd, Director of Planning and Zoning. Yes, SE Group did also the Better Connections grant for the town of Chester, our neighbor, as well as a huge housing feasibility study that they completed last year. So that was all through planning grants and whatnot.
Thank you.
One last thing that I really liked about the SE Group too was that the other ones didn't acknowledge this, that once you start a project like this, you have to be done before the high-use winter season begins. Otherwise, you lose this. You lose the input from the public. You lose input from businesses, residents, on the very issues that you need to have them solve. So what I like about the SE Group is that they will condense everything and they will present to the board the deliverables before this ski season. So before December hits. Whereas the other ones were hugging December and then into January 27, February, sometimes March. So.
And this Better Connections grant will tie into our feasibility study and how to implement things into the future in a more structured sense?
It will directly feed into the updates that we will do to the municipal plan, which happens to be next on the agenda. So, yes.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed? Guys have it. 15.
Thank you. This is, so we're going to step back a little bit in terms of the municipal plan. The state requires us to update this every 6 or 7 years. And we really need for our elected officials, the select board and the trustees, to provide a little bit of guidance, a little bit of guardrails, if you will. I call it leader's intent. That's what I'm used to hearing from my superiors in my former life as a federal employee. What do you envision? What are the most important pieces that are in this municipal plan? So it's not just a rubber stamp. These are the red-lined things that we came up with from the Planning Commission. Y'all think, just stamp it and move forward. So what we would like to try and do is hold a working meeting, have a working session, working meeting between the select board, trustees, the DRB, and the Planning Commission to really talk about what are the most important elements in this and how do we start to move forward with maybe Mount Escutney Regional Commission helping facilitate this update so that we can really use this. we should be using what is in here in conjunction with our zoning and our budget to really strive for what is in here as our guiding principles, our vision, and the desired future condition.
Right down your road, Eric.
He didn't tell me to say any of that.
Go ahead,
High
Eric.
five to you, too.
Thank you. Eric Alden, Trailside Road. This is right up my alley. In addition to what Ms. Wu just added, the goals in that are not going to change. If you pull the last 20 town plans, you'll see that the goals are the same. What doesn't happen is how to achieve those goals. So, in my opinion, that's really where these focus groups need to, sharpen their pencils. Is we know what the goals are; they haven't changed. How are we going to move these goals forward? And, a good step was taken this year, thanks to, the town and the board by hiring a planning director. But really, the real key point is not the goals, is how are you going to put these into action? How are you going to make them come true, actually happen? That's what's been missing. A lot of people put a lot of work into this every 4 or 5 years, and then it just gets slid into the drawer, and it's never brought out again. And then 5 years later, well, what are our goals? They're the same. We know what the goals are. How are we going to implement those goals is the challenge. Thank you.
Great point, thank you.
Thanks, Eric.
Correct. So this was just a bit of information. Perhaps we try and pull that working team together sometime in June.
Do you want to try to set a date?
Would you like to propose a date?
Before the select board meeting, maybe?
Yeah,
Early?
is this,
You're gonna want a separate night.
Yeah, probably not on the same day.
You want some time. Like
Second
a
week,
Wednesday,
second week of June?
There's not much on a Wednesday night, unless it doesn't work.
If you have your select board meeting on June 1st, your third Monday would be free, which would be the 15th.
Wait. Third Monday in June.
So that would be June 15th. How's that?
I'm game with that.
Good with everybody?
15?
June 15.
Thank you.
Thank you.
and that's select board, trustees, DRB, planning commission, and inviting Mark,
Yes,
and obviously planning and zoning.
yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
At 6 p.m., correct?
6 p.m. If you want to go earlier, we can shoot for earlier. It's far enough out where people can,
I'd keep it at 6 if that was
Plan
everybody
ahead.
else's.
Any time, what do we think this is, a 2-hour meeting, a 3-hour meeting?
this is at least a 2-hour meeting.
2, yeah.
Want to do 5?
If you give us enough time, sure.
I do 5. Okay.
5 p.m.
Get Scott in bed by 7?
Thank you. Thank you. At least 8, at least 8.
Okay, discuss and possibly approve credit card limit change.
I don't have anything in writing. I'm ultimately asking the board to approve our purchasing limit with the town credit card to $10,000 a month. We currently are capped at $5,000, and with some of the example that I've been given is when we have to submit our certification for the dams with the state, there's a payment that has to happen with that it's a $5,000 payment. That's one example. So we get capped out. And the one credit card that we utilize across different departments gets capped pretty quickly when we are preparing for projects, like right about now.
Can you walk
So
me
I am
through?
ultimately asking the board to increase, so we need the motion to reflect in the notes and an approval, hopefully, an increase to $10,000 for the town credit card.
Can you walk me through?
$10,000 for the town credit card. 10,000 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 for
Would this also solve the gas pump problem with the credit cards?
Separate issue.
Okay. Is that something you can also address?
I'm trying to address that.
Okay.
So we're not looking for municipal manager or town manager authorization without select board approval. That's a separate issue. What you're asking for is spending limits to be unrestricted or restricted to a greater amount on the credit cards?
Correct.
Because you can write a check for that amount, no problem. It's just the credit card.
It's the
Yeah.
credit card, so when we purchase, say, signs in highway, and then we purchase nets in Parks and Rec, or we put, so it all kind of,
Why is the credit card capped at 5,000? Is that because you need select board approval above 5,000?
yes.
But
Yep.
that's for a
So-
single item.
Yeah, so
But
if
when it caps at that, we can't purchase.
without select board approval.
Correct.
So
We
it's
upped
t-
this
it-
from 500 to 5,000 a couple years ago because obviously inflation is crazy.
Is 10,000 enough?
2 to 5.
Is 10,000, realistically enough
That's what they have,
recommended?
yes.
I make a motion that we increase from 5,000 to 10,000 at the credit card limit.
Second.
Any other discussion on that?
This is in perpetuity. So once we vote to approve it, it's 10,000.
This doesn't change the $5,000 or more select board approval. This is saying that if highway buys 2,000 in signs, and then we buy 2,000 in netting for rec, and then buildings and grounds buys $1,200 worth of materials, it doesn't get denied.
But who
when they
controls
swipe
the credit card? We're not setting the credit card limits. So is there documentation that says that that's the credit card limit?
That's what I've been told, is that is the limit.
Huh. Doesn't seem like we can run a town on that.
And
5,000.
we don't have every department head does not have a credit card.
We need to look more into all of this stuff, it seems
Well,
like.
probably most of it is billing, invoices.
I mean, just personally, we have credit cards for each manager at our motel. Find that crazy, but hey. Yeah, I bet it would be. I can't believe you don't have it.
There is some history there that we should talk about.
Okay, for the purpose of the discussion, my comments are ceased. Thank you.
All those in favor of increasing it to 10,000, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Guys opposed, guys have it. 17, Okemo season update, Bruce.
Still here.
Bruce Schmidt, Chapman Road, and here representing Okemo. Really want to just talk a little bit about some of the things that happened and some thank yous. But we celebrated our 70th season, and it was just it was really great. So many people, we saw an increase in reservations as people wanted to come up and be part of what was going on. We're going to end up with around a 149-day season. We received about 126 inches of snow, which is average about 125, so we're pretty close. And we opened on time, which was that didn't happen the year before. With snowmaking and natural snow, we got 100% open on the 26th of January, which was day 66, and the half pipe opened on February 7th, which was a few days earlier than it has in the past. Really proud of the way the team has worked on continuing to be more efficient and sustainability. We work with Efficiency Vermont, and we reduced our electrical and fuel usage along with purchasing of low E guns this past season. And we actually used 27% less fuel in volume for the season, which was great to see. We did a program where we replaced over 3,000 nozzles on our snow guns, and we were one of the only resorts that did it across and really put an effort into it across all of our as many guns as we could. It made a real difference. I want to thank the board for the partnership in leasing the Blue Lot. We used the Blue Lot 28 days, so we appreciate that. I want to take some time to thank the town and village departments. That Okemo works with Chief Warfel, Ludlow Police Department, supports traffic control and helps out as we call and we need. Chief Whalen with Ludlow Fire Department and Ludlow Ambulance, appreciate the support and the partnership, providing enhanced first aid as needed for guests and staff, and proud we have a program where we can share staff as needed. And the fire department comes up there for, sometimes we step on ourselves here and there, and we appreciate that. And they're also really great to see them when we have an alarm go at the hotel, which does happen periodically. The highway staff, led by Ron Tarble, worked together on road issues, and we supported the community as we all worked through the salt shortage. And Erin Ladd in the Planning and Zoning Office really appreciated the guidance that she's provided as we worked through our permitting for a snowmaking project this summer. The Zoning Office really gave us good guidance and helped us to have a strong application to go in front of the DRB. And of course, Penny, as a town manager, she's really hit the ground running. We've worked well, her and I, in looking to solve challenges that might be happening amongst our resort operations. We're looking to support the Ludlow Rec Department in the town with the celebration of our country's 250th year anniversary with a fireworks display on July 4th being set off above the base area, providing a space for the town and citizens, visitors to use. We're also hosting, you supported the Fun Run with Divided Sky. We're supporting a weekend of music and events in partnership with Divided Sky. The event's May 14th through 17th, and it's growing every year. It features small music gathering, a fun run, as well as a larger music gathering event on Saturday. The Okemo and our Epic Promise program continue to support organizations in the community. This past year we supported Ludlow Rotary Club, Youth Exchange, as well as the Penny Sale, Black River Good Neighbors, Okemo Mountain School, as well as Ludlow Elementary School. Really proud about the school programs that we do. This 25-26 season marked a significant expansion of the program. Following a successful 6-week format in prior years, we extended to 10 weeks, added 2 additional weeks of instruction to deepen skill development, increase student progression. Beginner students receive 4 weeks of structured lessons, giving first-time skiers and riders a real on-snow experience. And I've been told that all but 1 or 2 in the entire group of over 646 kids made it up the chairlift, with that. So it's really great to see. We had 13 partner schools, which included Ludlow Elementary, Mount Holly, Chester, Andover, Green Mountain Union High School, as well as the Expeditionary School at Black River and a Ludlow Homeschool program. So I mentioned 646 participated, with 420 students utilizing rental equipment, reflecting the program's commitment to accessibility regardless of prior equipment purchasing. Looking forward to this summer as we will begin replacing older snow guns with newer, efficient models. We got a 500 gun replacement project that's going to help support further decreased electric and diesel fuel usage. We're also working on securing final Act 250 permits to replace our diesel air compressors with electric air compressors. This project has the support of Ludlow Electric Department as well as Efficiency Vermont. There's significant incentives for this project that will replace over 250,000 gallons of diesel fuel being used with our leased air compressors. This $6 million project is expected to be completed during the summer and ready for use by November of 2026. We'll have other projects. We're doing an enhancement in the plaza in front of the base lodge with snow melt capabilities, working on conversions from oil to propane, as well as enhanced heat pump installation, and different upgrades of digital signage, as well as food and beverage. I also want to thank, this past weekend, thank the Ludlow Fire Department for their support. We held our slush cup, and the fire department supported us for being able to have proper equipment in the pond, and a couple of the volunteers, supported that. And it was just really great, great to see that in there. So, in closing, thank you to the Ludlow Select Board for your support. Your support and expectations of your department leaders is so appreciated and encouraged as we work as partners to grow and improve the town of Ludlow for our citizens and our guests who visit. And if anyone has any questions, I can try to answer them.
I want to thank you, Bruce, for the extra 2 weeks for the kids, because it made a big difference. It doesn't sound like much, but it made a big difference. Made me very happy.
Great to hear.
Yeah, the school program is great, and I'm so glad that you guys increased those 2 weeks. Very glad about the fireworks. I know that's a great, huge community benefit. The fun run is gaining steam. Your Epic Promise allocations every year are amazing. Thanks for being a partner.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce.
Number 18, municipal manager update.
I have a few. Let's start with the merger. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the town, village, all the voters. We were able to deliver the merger packet to the Secretary of State's office in Montpelier. It was hand-delivered by former Representative Logan Nicole on day 8. We had 10 days from the last from the vote, so it was delivered, hand-delivered. We are also working with committee chair and the Secretary's office to determine next steps. It has to go to, I forget the name of the committee. Logan is helping run point on the intricacies of Montpelier and ensuring that we can get to the right committee. There is hope that we can get this passed this legislative session.
Wow.
To implement in July of 2027. So I'll keep everyone updated, but for now we've done our bit, so thank you everyone that voted. It's a good step in the right direction.
If it doesn't get past this session, and it went to next session, would it still be July of 27?
Yes.
I was told that everything still stays in place and that we will push for July of 2027, the next legislative session. Cool.
Yeah,
So,
I think there's
yes.
2 before.
To answer your question.
Clear.
Working on some flood recovery projects, some smaller type of riprap to shore up areas behind the current fire station on the Black River, and then on Jewel Brook, just outside of the village boundary on 100 South, where one of the landowners started to incur damage to her leach field, and so that one made the flood recovery list. So we started working on the RFP for that. That will go out to bid. We are supposed to close on the buyout property at Sam's Steakhouse, 91 Route 103, any day now. And once that goes through and we become the owners, then the Vermont Emergency Management demo team will come in and they'll assess and they'll give us all sorts of timing and in terms of when they will come in and start demolishing that structure. Point of information, there is a little beaver activity behind Sam's Steakhouse. I have received all sorts of information about that activity. Thank you very much. I have talked to our game warden in the area. My previous life with Forest Service, I am very well versed in what not to do in terms of managing, not managing, hands-on, in terms of working with active beaver dams and all that kind of stuff. So our Division of Wildlife Game Warden is well looped in, as is VTrans. So, so if y'all have questions on what's happening with behind the Sam's Steakhouse in terms of that water level rising, the state is aware of it, and we are monitoring the situation. I'm going to keep moving here in terms of my updates. I met with the Chester Municipal Manager, Julie Hance, talking about things that we can partner on in the future, everything from transportation to perhaps, and Aaron gave me the introduction to Julie, and so perhaps there's an opportunity there for a shared position if when Aaron is ready to fill in her office, then perhaps there's an opportunity there for a shared position with Chester They pay half, we pay half, and we get some administrative help in both planning shops. Very, very early conversations, but those are the kinds of things that we're talking about to see if there's some opportunity for both municipalities to save internally on positions. We also talked about transportation projects, and everything from recreation to railroad to road overlapping and that sort of thing. Starting to talk to a lot of our civic organizations that are in the area, Streetscapes and Garden Club, beautification of downtown, really trying to ensure that we've got some beautiful annual flowers and ensuring that we are properly watering those this summer. There's also an interest from the 250th celebration steering committee to add to those flowers, red, white, and blue flowers in July, a week before July hits. Also talking with the Okemo Valley Trails group, formerly known as LAST. They changed their name last week to Okemo Valley Trails, about perhaps linking some of our trail systems in and around town, but maybe there's an opportunity to link to some other towns as well. Cavendish is interested, from what I hear. I need to reach out to Rick Chambers. And then also meeting with the Black River Action Team, Kelly Stetner's group. She's super interested and passionate about helping us stabilize riverbanks and areas that are flood prone and all the above. Talked a little bit with Bruce in terms of working on some projects as well. Some of the drainages that come off of the Okemo watershed and feed into the Black River. Perhaps there's an opportunity there for working on some volunteer projects. So those are the groups that I've been working with. And then internally, I'm really looking at all of our processes, everything from how we conduct performance appraisals, how we write position descriptions, facility use forms, our personnel handbook. I'm looking at all of the above. Some things need to be updated, some things need to be updated as soon as possible. So stay tuned on that one. That's all I have for updates.
That's it, huh? Ms. Wu, thank you.
Any other business?
Yes.
Well,
I'm not sure how we need to go about it, warning or making a motion, but I think it's time we have a high school building committee, steering committee, whatever that looks like. But I'd like to see that for next month. I don't know if we have a slate by then or we just make the motion, but I think that is, we've been talking about it for years, and we should get that into a committee.
Is that separate from the municipal building committee?
Yeah.
I think it should be.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are we doing with the high school building? Yeah.
Okay. I can start with that.
Yeah.
At town meeting, I did ask anyone that wanted to engage in that. I had one email the next day from Pam O'Neill, so I responded to her.
That was the person I would recommend.
She knows that building.
So I will work with Pam, and we will identify a meeting date for
I thought I silenced.
May? This month?
May or
May.
What
Yeah.
are you thinking?
April, May.
sure.
Yeah, May's great. Perfect.
The sooner the better.
Sooner the better. Heard. Okay.
Other business? Any other business? Bruce?
I just wanted to make a couple comments. I had Easter dinner with one of your board members, and I talked a little bit about a couple things, and I wanted to talk a little bit about to the board. One, I think there should be more, I think you should ask and require that there be more financial review at your meetings. I am on the cemetery commission, and, was just appalled and embarrassed to find out that we're going to be running a deficit there. And I have responsibility as a board member, as an assistant chair. Scott's on it with me, George is now too. And, it's something that we as present board members should have known about, and there's really no discussion about the financials, I think when you look at it and you look at the reports that come out that are put up, and you try to kind of read them, and I know you can get more in depth, you kind of look at, this month the budget for a flood is 0, but there's an expense of $277,000 at actual. So it skews the whole revenue, thing. And then you look at the expenses. And I just would encourage there to be some review so we don't get caught in some situations. The other thing that I wanted to mention is I think the board should try to do more proactive, and I'll use an example of the Sam's building, for a few hundred or 20% of the credit card, you could go and get a sign that says something like, pardon our appearance, this property is being worked through. Obviously you have to ask the owners if they would allow it, but we're working on having a buyout or FEMA buyout, just something to show. Or you got to start requiring them to board up the windows, board up the doors, because it just looks terrible and the first thing that you see when we come into the town. So a lot of ideas I'm sure that everyone is talked about, but I think we have to take a good look at some of these things. That's one of the ones that stands out, and it's not going to happen overnight. We all know that, for that process. But I just wanted to mention those couple things and encourage the board to help, and especially I'm really disappointed in us at the cemetery. That we should have seen that and been better to try to help mitigate that when it happened. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Schmidt.
Anything else on the business?
Ryan Silvestri, Pleasant Street Extension. Just to piggyback on Bruce, another first thing you see coming into town are the welcome to Ludlow signs. Pretty tired. Pretty tired. I mean, those signs, I don't know what's going on with them, but that's a horrible first impression as you come into town. Bruce just made me think about that. Other theme about this meeting, a lot of intermunicipality agreements and potentially relationships that can be fostered between our neighboring communities. The state is really pushing for this. They see the need that this is going to create, mostly due to our demographics, right? So we're going to need to really look at and start to think about how do all of our towns, abutting communities, play together, and what can we benefit from each other? How can we help each other? Having Ed from Cavendish, I think that's awesome. You have someone who's on the Cavendish Planning Commission as well as the Ludlow. There's some crossover there now. So the age of Vermont and Vermont municipalities being these bubbles has to be over, and we have to start now. So I thought that was a pretty good theme tonight. There was a couple of good examples of where between Chester, where other municipalities and Ludlow can work together to better our current situation, better their situation, and better our society as a whole in this region. And I just want to get that on your minds, as that's a theme, that's something that really should be considered by all the members of the board, and any chance we have to overlap with our neighboring communities, we should really explore that opportunity. Thank you.
I think that's a great point. Thank you. Yeah.
I guess one other thing, Justin mentioned it about department head reports of, having some narrative and, and I think it could be good for us to think about, what do we want to know about certain departments. You know, we do have a lot of numbers. We've talked about it in budget season of we show up and look at these actuals, like what the heck happened. You know, it is probably worth looking at, you know, whether that's monthly, whether that's quarterly, what information do we need to advise. I'm sure Penny's on top of it at her level, but we should be looking at that too. So maybe it's something we look at, what is a template we would like to have for our departments in these reports.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. If there is more direction that the board would like in terms of those monthly reports from the department heads, absolutely. To Bruce, to your point about budget and expenditures and what's left in the bucket, so to speak, myself and my team are very well aware that the board is keen on understanding where we are in terms of expenditures. And so I would love to get into this quarterly flow of being able to report to the board in terms of this is what was voted on, this is what was agreed to by the town voters for your budget for each department, this is what we spent, these are the projections in terms of where I feel like we are going to be overspent, and here's why. Or we're going to be under, and here's why. So we are working toward that.
It's good.
Thank you.
I think format-wise, if I can just add something, in the sense of how we look at it when it comes to budget season, I know Ula prints out her report, but that does not directly correlate to what we look at budget season, which is then translated into the book that everyone has. If that, I think that'd be a media that we could all understand. Thank you.
Okay. Possible items for next meeting, May 4th. Anybody got anything?
Well, we already touched on the BRHS committee, which is a big one. We're going to do the June meeting on the 15th. So I think those are some good action steps for the first
I think we also should pick up with the short-term rental stuff. I think we were really close last time.
Okay.
Kind of fizzled.
Great.
The warrant orders have been signed. Executive session, personnel and contract and legal issues.
Yes, please.
Make a motion to go into executive session.
We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Guys opposed?
Thank you, everybody.